To the people who don't agree with what I have to say, don't like what I have to say, and would rather not see me on any social media platforms at all, this one is for you guys. It's my show. I can say what I want to. Welcome to our first segment of Hate Mail. So, guys, we're going to just go ahead and look at across some of our social medias and the reels that we posted and things, our shorts that we posted on YouTube and Instagram, and get some of the reactions of some people, some of their responses and comments of what they had to say. Now, we call it hate mail because obviously it is letters to the people, and these letters back weren't too nice. They weren't too nice to me here. So let's talk about some of these and see what you guys have to say. So we have one here, a reel that I did concerning bringing back Aunt Jemima and how I believe the importance in conserving our Black history. But somebody named Krista Hartman had to say, the Black thing is only brought up when you bring it up. You need to stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. Even you and the rappers who say don't start nothing won't be nothing. It is that simple. You just need to shut your mouth and keep it moving. It's silly, actually. Okay, well, Mr. Harmon, okay, I don't believe that it's silly to conserve Black history, because if we look back and we see who Aunt Jemima really was, Nancy Green, she was the first Black saleswoman in America. She came from slavery and she traveled around the country making money for herself. So, sir, please do your due diligence and look into history and see that it is important that these things do not be erased. Now, we will move on to another one where I talked about how church is essential. And we have some religious folks out here who definitely didn't like what I had to say. So, here's what one person had to say. Very religious. Wow. So, Mr. Bryan had to say, I believe the Bible states that he can see us at all times and we can pray at all times. So, why in the world are you opening your mouth and saying that we need to pray at a church? First of all, Mr. Bryan, if you're going to come and talk about the church, I don't think you should come with profanity, sir. I don't think that's very nice. Leave that to yourself. And yes, it does say in the Bible that we should pray at all times and he sees us at all times, but the gathering together of the saints at the church is essential. It says that in the Word of God. It's to edify each other. It's to come together and to build each other up. It's for the equipping of the saints. Those who are in leadership are supposed to be equipping the saints to go out and do the will of God, equipping the saints in their calling and their giftings and pouring into them. So that is the biggest point about the church. So here's another one that has something very interesting to say. Amgene Acoustic said, well, service to a fantasy is not important. I wish that I could help you with your delusion about this invisible sky wizard, but some people are just so easily brainwashed. Well, Amgene Acoustic, I'm going to keep you in my prayers because my sky wizard, okay, has done a lot for me in my life, and I believe that God is real. And there's going to come a day of judgment. And what are you going to say to this sky wizard when it comes to Judgment Day? Sir, I pray for your soul. I do. So last one here. Let me go back up. Manko Panko had something nice to say. And it was this. You buy stuff from Target and you go to church to serve a fake person. It's not that hard to figure out. Once again, Mango Pango, I feel for you. I feel for you. I'm not serving a fake person. I'm not gathering at church and being brainwashed, and it's not a cult, and all those things. So what is hard to figure out is why churches were closed. If there's this thing called separation of church and state, why was the state able to close your church? So let's figure that part out, Mango Pango, and get back to me on that. Okay, so, oh man. All right, so we have one here that really, I got so much praise for this reel, that short that I did on YouTube regarding child abuse, regarding transgenderism and kids transitioning and mutilating their bodies and things like that. Man, I think almost every single comment was positive except for this one, which I'm getting to right now. I mean, wow. Okay, so his name is even funny too. His name is like crazy funny. So his name is Meme Jesus, okay? And what Meme Jesus had to say was, you should probably just go back into the closet from where you crawled out from, because it doesn't look like you have any likes or comments here in this feed anyway. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Well, Mango Pango, according to the analytics of this specific reel, I have 193 likes, 76 comments, of which one is yours and it was negative. And what are my views on this one? Let me double check. I think I had the number. Let me double check. Yeah. Okay. So it's 3,000 views on this one short. So I think you need to just kind of go back to school to understand a little bit more about statistics, understand a little bit more about algebra and math and count, and see that it's not zero. It's 3,000. So, sir, Meme Jesus, we'll be praying for you to seek the real Jesus and not the meme Jesus, okay? So I want to come with this one last one. It was my very first reel that I put on Instagram, guys. And man, it blew up. So this reel is the one talking about how Black Lives Matter is being exposed to the world for the shame that they are, and talking all about how Candace Owens came out with her, came out with her documentary. And man, every single comment that I got that was negative were the Black folks. The Black folks that do not like Candace Owens. I mean, I can't even begin to describe. So we're getting to some good ones right here. Here we go. From George Washington, 0723. What the are you even talking about? Division is all this conversation is causing. The biggest problem in our community is division that you and people like Candace Owens are bringing. You need to shut your mouth, and and remember that black versus black is not the way to go. SMH. Okay, so, right. This is not a black versus black situation. What I was talking about, again, was the organization. The organization of Black Lives Matter is not the way. Okay, they decided it was best for them to go ahead and embezzle all this money and use it for themselves. So I'm talking about the organization. I'm not talking about Black people. And if we want to really get into black on black, okay, we can talk about the black on black crime happening in all these major cities where Black Lives Matter is nowhere to be found. So get back to me on that. Okay, here's another one. Miss Linda Scott, and me and Miss Linda, we actually went, we sparred. We sparred for a little bit. I'll give you a little taste of what Linda had to say. She went on to say that if you hate yourself, keep it to yourself. So I reacted, I responded. She went on to say, and sis, take off that pink lipstick because it is not for you. I don't wear pink lipstick, so I'm not sure where that came from. And the last thing she had to say was, that when I pray and I hear from the ancestors, they warn me about people like you. And they tell me that all you want to do is uproot everything that they have done and demolish it. Okay. So, first of all, sis, okay, Linda, I'm going to let you know this. Praying to your ancestors, okay, is a sin. It's necromancy. It's praying to familiar spirits. It's something that you should probably not be engaging in. And I'm going to hope and pray that you do what I commented and reach out to me so that I can pray for you. Because honestly, praying to your ancestors is something that's going to bring things into your life that you do not want. And me, I'm not one of those things that's in your life that you don't want, because I'm not in your life. You decide to come on my feed and say what you had to say, but now I'm concerned for your soul because you're praying to ancestors. So maybe do not do that anymore. So, many people, including Tony Batiste, including Jess Clem, and Maxim Mann, and Jepa Sue, and I'm so sorry, Erasmo 3555. Okay, so they all said the same exact thing. What neighborhoods did Black Lives Matter burn down? Tell us what neighborhoods they burnt down. Guys, all you have to do is go to downtown Detroit. All you have to do is go to Washington, D.C. All you have to do is go to places like Kenosha. Go to places in Oregon. Guys, I don't need to tell you specific neighborhoods that they burnt down because all you have to do is walk down the streets of those neighborhoods and you'll see for yourselves. Man, there are people on social media, Black business owners on social media, making shorts and making reels about their businesses being burnt down. But we have Black Lives Matter who wants to come into the neighborhoods, right? And help the Black folks with a leg up. But you're burning down Black neighborhoods. You're burning down Black businesses. And what one person in Black Lives Matter had to say was, their insurance will take care of it and this and that. But guess what? Did you know that not all business insurance is the same? Because it's not. Excuse me. If you have a business that's in a place that's more urban, your business insurance actually goes up. Why? Because they expect that your business might be vandalized. You might get attacked or you might get burglarized. So guess what? Your insurance is higher in those locations. And where are the Black businesses that got burnt down? In urban neighborhoods. So please, don't come at me talking about I'm bringing division, I'm being divisive, I don't care about Black folks and all this, when you are supporting an organization who says that they care, and where are they when they're needed? So, our hate mail is pretty interesting, I would have to say. It's so funny that the hate mail comes when I have the most views, because to this day, this reel, okay, it's still being viewed. And to this day, I will let you know how many views I have. Last time I checked, it was, yeah. Guys, this reel that got the most hate on my Instagram has over 18,000 views and growing. It's growing still by the day. Because yesterday I think it was like 18,100 something, and today it's 18,216. So I got even 100 more views on this reel from yesterday to today. So the algorithm is really working with this reel because I'm getting so many comments, that are good, but those that are like not that great. And, I always chalk it up to this. Good publicity is great. Bad publicity is still publicity. So continue on with the hate mail because you're helping me with my algorithms, guys. Please keep them coming. And you're making some funny shows for us here at the studio where we get to just kind of relax and laugh it off a little bit. But just know that even though I'm reacting and responding this way, I love everybody. And thank you for stopping by and watching and giving your opinion. I'm open again to having discussions. I miss civil discourse. I wish we had more of it here. And maybe one day I'll have a guest on who doesn't agree with me and we can just spar a little bit, see how that goes. But for now, guys, that's our hate mail segment. And I want to wish you all a very good day. Be blessed. And hey, let the haters hate. Blessings and best regards, Lakeitha Bobish, a voice that's speaking the truth.